Good morning, welcome back to Marty's Tying Bench. We're putting together kits for Vice Squad, and this week we're going to tie a hare's ear. It's about time. This pattern is very important, very versatile. If I ever lost my fly box, this is one of the first 2 or 3 patterns I would tie to refill it. It's a forgiving pattern to tie, and the messier it looks, the better it seems to work. So, this is just kind of a standard. We'll keep watching. I'll have some videos of variations on this thing that I've used in the past, but we're going to start off with close to the classic hare's ear. I got a size 12 hook. It's 2x long. Any hook will do. The tail material, I mean, they used to shave it or clip it off of an actual hare's mask, but I've taken to using these rabbit strips. They've got nice color variations out on the tips. This is a sand variant zonker strip, but any tan will do. And I'm going to get less than a thumb width. Clip that out. And first thing I'm going to do is roll it in a bundle so I can keep those tips as even as they are naturally. I'm not going to try and stack them or anything. I might pull out a couple if they're terribly long. Then I'm going to pinch the tips tightly and pull a little bit of fluff out so it's not too bulky. And then we're going to measure it so the tail is just a short little paintbrush coming out the back. Now I like to go ahead and trim some excess before I start to tie it in. Come all the way back to where the bend starts. And I'm going to jump the thread back forward so when I tie in the gold rib, you'll tie it in the length and kind of preserve the diameter of the abdomen here. This is a oval tinsel. You can use all kinds of synthetics, mylar. You can even use pearl. But I like this faceted gold. It's the way the tinsel is wrapped around a core. When you wrap the actual oval tinsel here, you'll see it kind of break open on the seams and show little facets. So get a different kind of glitter from oval tinsel than you do from other materials. For the abdomen, I'm just going to use some light hare's ear. Now you can shave this off of the hare's mask or get it in a bag. I've just been so much easier buy a bag of this stuff. Now dub it tight if you can, but this is pretty forgiving if you have difficulty with the dubbing noodles. I'm going to try and make kind of a skinny one from front to back all the way till I get to where the tinsel is tied in. And now when I come forward, I'll try a little bit to make a very gentle taper. Let's get that extra out of there. Now I went well past the halfway point on the hook, and I did that so we can get a nice seamless thorax on this thing. Now if you pull too hard on this tinsel, it will separate and a little bit of yellow core will show through. So just get it tight enough to make that first turn and come through with 3 or 4 ribs and spread them out so that hare's ear can show through. Alright, now for wing case, I'm using a turkey tail feather, and I have pre-treated this with a vinyl cement. You can use Softex, Dave's Flex Cement, just take a Q-tip and some of your head cement if you want. Water-based head cement works really good on this. So just cut a strip out of it. Now, it's real easy to make this wider than it needs, so start with a skinny piece And if you don't like the way it looks, or you think you can use more, then the next slip you cut will be a little bit wider. As you get up towards the end, this is going to get wider and wider as you go anyway, so you'll kind of learn from that first slip what width looks the best. Now I'm going to jump my thread right back up onto the hare's ear until I get back almost to the middle, and that's where I'm going to tie this in. I want that bulk underneath this turkey slip so that it will make for a nice crease when I fold it over the abdomen. Okay, now we're going to switch to still hare's ear. This would have come off of the ear of the hare's mask because it's darker. But again, we can get it in a bag and just get a shade that's a little bit darker than your abdomen. You need to leave a little space behind the eye. It really doesn't take much to finish this one. The materials will compress. Now as I come back, what I'm going to do is fold this over and kind of take a look at it. That looks a little bit short. So I'm going to dub farther towards the back of the hook. That's just a little bit longer. Maybe just one more thread width back. I think that's going to look good. Now when I fold it over, it takes up closer to the front third, almost to a half. Loose turn so that it gathers the front of that turkey. And get it in position before you tighten it up. 3 or 4 turns side by side will secure that, and then we can trim it. And then a whip finish. Looking pretty good. You want to make sure that abdomen and the thorax is bigger than the abdomen. Get a little bit of taper to it. The last step is going to take a wire brush, or in this case Velcro. And I'm going to pluck some of those guard hairs out. Now it's as messy as I like it. You still have a distinct thorax. Distinct abdomen, excuse me, and then a little bigger bulb on the thorax. This will pass for anything from a caddis nymph, some of the tan caddis larva and pupa. It can pass for a golden stone. It's got that wing case. Very versatile fly. Have fun with this one.